Thanks for watching my video. I get lots of questions on how my room works. So in this video, I'm going over all the ways and all the things and how my room works together. Now, there's about 3 areas that I like to hit. Lighting, sound, and the last one is kind of just like an other, just like small things here and there. So I'll hit all of those. Okay, to start, I have 4 groups of lighting. I have my main light in my room, which is a can. I have LED strips on the ceiling in the corner. I have an LED strip down around the bottom of my bed, and I have 2 nightstand lamp lights that are both LEDs. All right, let's start with the main light in my room, the main switch, the one that has an actual switch on the wall. The main light in my room is got 2 bulbs in the center, and the switch on the wall is what connects to the Wi-Fi and makes it so it's a smart switch. I got this switch on Amazon for $15.99. It's by GoSound. It works really great. The installation was confusing at first, but then once I figured it out and got the instructions, it was very simple, and I have a video on that I will show, and I can put that at the end of this video. This switch is compatible with smartphones and like smart home devices. So with my Amazon Echo Dot, it works. So I control it mainly through that, or I control it through my phone. There's an app, it works very well. And it's as simple as saying, Alexa, turn main light on. And boom, you got it. Alright, now onto the LED strips. I've got a strand going around the ceiling of my room in the corner, and I've got a strand going around the base. Now I'm going to tell you a few things to look into when you're buying these, because there's a lot all over the place, and I'll give you a few pointers on which one to buy. To start, how they work is they run from a power outlet, or however you want your power source to be given, into a smart controller which connects however you want to a receiver. For in my case, I have a smart device which connects to the Wi-Fi, so I can access the LED strips through my Amazon Echo Dot and through my phone on an app. After that, the controller connects to the lights, which the lights go around the room. Now the lights are daisy chainable, and they are also cuttable at the cut lengths, which are about at 3 inches apart. Now what to look into when buying a strip or LED lights in general is the color. So mine are RGB, but others, a lot of them only have one color they'll do. So mine will do any color, but a lot of them will only do one color. The color of the actual strip itself. So the walls in my room are gray, except for one. So I got like a silver-ish gray kind of strip color to make it blend in with the walls better, and it works. Another thing is the density of the LEDs. Now the ones up on my ceiling are about double as dense as the ones underneath my bed, because the ones under my bed you don't really see, and you can see the ones on my ceiling. Now another thing you want to look into when buying these is how the ends terminate. Now when I first bought these, I didn't totally know what to look for, and the ones I first bought have a cord that sticks out on the end just a little bit. It adds flexibility, and so your controller can be kind of more positioned how you want, but when it comes to actually daisy chaining them together, you've got these 2 long cords hanging out. So you'll notice at my second connection, you can see I had to do a kind of a little circle to make it so they get closer without like putting stress on the cords. But on my first connection, when I linked the first connection together, I didn't totally know how they could go together. So I put a little clip, I clipped both ends, and I put this little adapter in between, which works, but it does have a loss of intensity as it goes through. And I have 3 strips connected on my ceiling together. You can connect as many as you would like, but they're only rated to have 3 strips for 1 power source. Now I lose a lot of intensity through that one little spot because of just the connection's rough, so I recommend connecting it together without cutting them. Now onto the lights under my bed. I got a black strip, and the lights are about double the spread apart, double the length, because you don't see them. Now the ends kind of terminate right on the strip itself, and so you can connect them closer together and make them more seamless, but it also doesn't allow as much flexibility on these ends. Now onto the actual controller itself. These controllers are Alexa enabled. They are smartphone enabled, which means Wi-Fi enabled, and they are also remote enabled, so IR.
A response from an Amazon customer about bringing Wi-Fi enabled video.
So I can control my strips via a remote control through my phone app or through my smart device, Alexa. Never mind. Now the setup process for these smart controllers to connect them to your Wi-Fi is a little bit technical because they don't have a display themselves, but it's a lot simpler than you might think. If you have any questions, let me down below. Now onto pricing for these LED strips. So it all comes in kits or the LED strips themselves. When I first bought my first set, I bought a kit that came with the power adapter, the controller, and a 16.4 foot strip. On average, the strips do come in 16.4 feet, which means that I won't go all the way around my room. So I bought a second strip of 16.4 feet. Now the pricing on average for the power, the controller, and the first strip is about $30. And then the LED strip itself is $10. So in total, for my whole ceiling light set, it cost $50 to go all the way around, almost all the way around my room. For my bed lights, I bought more separated LEDs just because you don't see them. So it was a little bit cheaper, and it cost me only $25 to do under my bed. Those LED strips are all found on Amazon. Now there's so many companies that produce these LED strips, but most of them work very well. I have had good experience with most brands. Now onto my smart nightstand lamps. They are LEDs, they can do multiple colors, and they do connect to the Wi-Fi, which means I can control them through Alexa. Turn nightstand lamp right to red. Boom, got it. Now these are really nice because they do link to my smart device, which means they can come on whenever I want them to via voice command or on a scheduled command, but that all relies on your smart home device capability. Now you can also control them through the app and do schedules through the app, which is super nice. They have different scenes, modes. The pricing on them is $40 for one or $75 for both. I got them both on Amazon. They're made by MLGB. The fabric is very nice. I like it a lot and I'm very impressed with them. Now the actual lamp doesn't have like LED strips on the inside. It's an actual LED bulb, which means after a long time, the bulb will burn out and you have to buy a new bulb. And the bulb itself is what connects to the Wi-Fi. So the actual lamp, all it's doing is providing power. So the lamp isn't smart. The actual bulb on the inside, which is what it comes with, is what's smart. But LEDs are rated to last a long time, so you don't really have to worry. All right, now onto the sound and audio in my room.
Peace up, A-Town.
What I have set up is a surround stereo sound system. So not technically surround sound because the output to all the speakers is just a stereo because it's a very simple setup. But what I have is a hub device which allows multiple inputs and outputs. I have one input running into this hub device that is my Amazon Echo Dot, which I can Bluetooth my phone to play music, or just all the voice commands go through there, which is super nice. So all of the input of sound goes into that device, my Echo Dot, and runs out into this hub, which splits into 4 different cords, which runs to my stereo speakers on my desk, my karaoke machine, my guitar amp, and my nightstand stereo system, or my stereo speakers. The hub is really nice. I looked for something like this for a long time, and I finally found it. Now, one thing I found is when you do plug multiple inputs into it, it does drop sometimes the bass and lower end frequencies of the sound. So I usually only leave my Amazon Echo Dot plugged into that, but the output sounds great. Now, I don't have any wireless Bluetooth transmission on the output end, so going from the desk side of my room to the nightstand lamp side of the room, I had to buy an aux extension cord, so I bought that on Amazon. So for this extension cable, I bought the Cable Direct 20-foot aux extension cord, which goes male to female. So I could run this aux cord around the crack of my carpet and kind of tuck it in so it's not very visible, so that I get sound on both sides of my room. Now, onto the actual stereo speakers themselves, the stereo systems. On my desk, I have the Cyber Acoustics 2.1 speaker sound system with subwoofer. This I got on Amazon for $35.95. It does have a subwoofer and it has 2 stereo speakers. These speakers are really loud and the bass is really good, and they shake my room. Now, I am in the downstairs, so there is cement underneath the carpet and in the walls, so it is harder to shake and I still feel it. Now, on my nightstand, I have the Logitech Z313 speaker system, which costs $34.48 on Amazon. They do come with a subwoofer, and that subwoofer is actually tucked under my bed, so if I'm on my bed, I can feel my bed shake better with this subwoofer, and it does blow out lots of air, which is great to have that good deep shake and bass. And then those plug into that extension cable that runs over to the hub. Now, with the karaoke machine, which plugs into the hub, but it does add just a little bit of more volume of the speakers in here, so I have that plugged in. And then I also have my guitar amp plugged into the hub, so when I want to play along to some music with my guitar, the sound will come out of my amp with my guitar alongside the rest of my room. But the downside is my guitar doesn't go through the rest of my room, it only goes into the amp. The amp does not send the audio back, which is too bad. Now, other little things I have around my room, I have these really nice modern looking shelves, which I bought on Amazon for, I believe, $15. I could be wrong. I also have hammock clips on my walls, so I can put a hammock across my room. That hardware I got to mount to the 2x4s within my wall cost about $8 in total. Now, one thing to consider is they do not hold a ton of weight, the actual walls themselves, because you are pulling together. Walls are only going straight up. So you do want to make sure you be careful with how much your walls are rated. The actual mounts, hardware on the wall are very strong, and my hammock is very strong. So I really enjoy hanging out in that. Alright, I think that about wraps it up for the rest of this video. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay tuned to the very end, you will see the video of me installing the smart switch on my wall, which is a very interesting video to me, figuring out how that works. It also shows a little bit of instructions on how to do so. But thanks for watching. I hope this helps. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.
I'm ready now, I ain't gonna fall back down now. Alright, I'm take it on me, baby. Alright, ask, are you gonna be my lover? Tonight, I'll take you with me. What if I left and it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. What if I left and it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. What if I left and it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. What if I left and it made no sense? And you tell your friends and they hold your hands, baby, never mind. Alright, I'm ready now. I ain't gonna stop right now. Alright, take it on me, ooh baby. Alright, I never asked, do you wanna see my fire?
Okay, all the wires are connected. Here goes the final test. I'm going to go turn on the breaker, and we should go. We are on. Okay, now that faceplate is installed, we're gonna go, and the switch is in the wall, we're gonna go turn on the breaker again. Had a little bit of trouble getting the faceplate to stay on. There's no external screws. Looks cleaner. Alexa, turn main light on. Alexa, I'm leaving.
Catch you later.